Very cool. I like that. I like that she's not telling you what song she's doing. She's going to make you wait. What if she doesn't tell you?
I'm just going to have to make something up. I'll make up a Burt Bacharach tune and tell a little background about it. So, Rick, were you watching the Tour de France?
Yeah.
We were sitting at the Casa Rositas, and I'm watching it. And I realized, the hell am I watching the Tour de France for? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like the guy's riding bicycles, and at one point the announcer says, they're changing directions now. They're going around the corner, changing directions.
Are you an avid cycling
No. Look
viewer?
At me. Look at me. You think I watch cycling?
Why not? You look like you watch cycling.
I'm a big jogging guy. I like to watch
especially
jogging.
With what you're wearing today. You've got your spandex on, and you you look like you're playing the part. Did I wear that on the outside?
Yeah. That is so
weird. You must have forgotten.
Sure. Remember when we hated the French, and now we love them again? No, seriously. I mean, but those poor people, they have been through it all. And you wonder, they are so resilient, I know that was a tragedy. We'll have the Tour de France anyway, 2 days later. I have a feeling that when Hitler was marching in, they were still riding the bicycles. No. Hello, the Fuhrer. We're going to do this.
Good for them.
Who do we have coming up at 1:15? Because I think they're on the phone right now.
That would be James Torme.
5:15. Torme at 5:15, but I'm on Tokyo time still.
That's right.
I have talked about meeting the great Mel Torme several times, and what a marvelous man and what a great catalog of work. And I know from a talent standpoint, the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree. With us on the line, James Torme. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well. How are you?
We are good. Say hello, Slay. Say hello to Rachel and Rick.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Rachel. Hey, Rick. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
We're delighted, and not only are we having you, Feinstein's is having you when?
July 20th and 21st. We're looking forward to that.
Talk a little bit, James, about growing up. I'm assuming you grew up was your dad in L.A. most of the time?
Oh, well, my dad was all over the place.
Did you grow up in L.A.?
Kind of like I am now. Yeah. I grew up between L.A. and London.
Okay.
I was educated in England. My mother, an English actress, Janet Scott, who moved over there when I was a little kid, remarried. And so I was sort of educated in England, but I'd come back here to Los Angeles for the vacations, like 3 times a year. And I pretty much live that way to this day. I split my time between Europe. I live in London half the time, and here in Los Angeles the rest of the time, where I do my U.S. shows out of.
Now, at what point, needless to say, I talked to a Sinatra Jr. once, may he rest in peace, about, it's obviously it's a daunting responsibility to carry the name. More daunting still to actually go into the same industry. Did that take you a little while to decide on?
No, not really.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I absolutely felt a sense of destiny and a sense of sort of genetic manifestation since I was about 10 years old, and I think my father knew perfectly well that this would be what I would end up doing too. Although he, definitely he gave me pause for thought, by saying, do you really want to have that amount of time away from home? That's the reason that have basically ended several marriages of mine, and is that really what you want? And, so he made me think about it, but I think he knew that if you peel away the layers of the onion, what's in the middle is a jazz singer just like him. And you can only really get away from the essence of who you are so much in life.
Sure. Tell us about the show itself. It's obviously not just a tribute to your dad. It's a lot of your own material. Do you do some of your dad's stuff?
I do some of my father's material. I consider myself in part a sort of walking, breathing, hopefully tribute to him and his existence and his era and all of his contemporaries too, who of course I was lucky enough to sort of grow up, spending time with. This is a show called Celebrates the Greats. James Torme Celebrates the Greats. I've been wanting to put this exact show together for several years now. And the great thing about it is that it has under one roof, so to speak, all of the singers from, Ella Fitzgerald, Ray Charles, Fred Astaire, Carmen McRae, Frank Sinatra, of course my dad, and even Miles Davis as an artist that I'm really recognizing as my greats, as well as the writers, all of the writers like Cole Porter, Lerner and Lowe, Sammy Kahn, Duke Ellington, Thelonious Monk, and others. And then I'm also paying tribute to the arrangers that have like shaped my career. Marty Paich and Dizzy Gillespie, Quincy Jones. And it's been amazing. I've been doing this show for about a year, and it's sold out everywhere we've been, from sort of London to Miami to Vegas to here in Los Angeles. But yeah, you guys are right. It's my San Francisco debut.
Oh, how exciting!
So I am so excited, even though I'm a Californian-born guy. Everywhere I usually play all over the world are places where not one person in the audience actually knows me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this little California tour that includes shows in L.A., San Diego, and, of course, the 2 nights, the big debut up in San Francisco next Wednesday and Thursday, it's just so special to me,
Well, and it's going to be I think it'll be a great fit, too, because I've been now that it's Feinstein's, but then also used to go when it was the Raz Room, and the room is just really intimate. The sound is really great, and I think a show honoring so many greats, it'll be a really good fit for you. What are you bringing with you? Do you have a rhythm section backing you?
Yeah. Well, I'll be working with an all-star trio, and what we're doing is something kind of interesting, because when my buddy Michael Feinstein, who invited me to play, I'm so grateful, inviting me to play at the club, when he did that, we came up with this idea of me playing with 2 of his all-stars that he used, Dan Fabricant on bass, and the great David Rokeach on drums.
Oh, great.
And then I'm bringing my own all-star, from my LA All-Stars piano player, his name is Chris Cadenhead, and he's just a phenomenal talent. In fact, he's also the musical director for Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, wow.
When he's not running around with me. So I think people are going to get a kick out of him. He's got incredible soul, and it's what a cool, only in jazz, right?
Absolutely.
Do an experiment like that. We're gonna cook it up in the cauldron.
Well,
and just try to blow the roof off.
That's what it's supposed to be, though. It's supposed to be a collaboration of great people who just get together,
Hopefully it'll be a little evening delight.
I love it.
Does anybody get that joke but me? Thank you.
Look at you.
James,
he's pretty good.
Hey, buddy, have a great show. Thanks for taking time to give us a buzz, and break a leg and enjoy yourself in San Francisco.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you both so much for helping.
Take care. Say hello to Michael for us.
Absolutely.
I will.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Like us at facebook.com/RTSJazz.